Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing tonight? Thank you so much for joining us tonight on this momentous occasion. Please, ladies and gentlemen, join me as we welcome the groom's sister and brother-in-law, Mahim and Dabir.
मैं सबके जाऊं तेरे मेरी गली के रोज ही फेरे जो कहना है वो ना बताए मैं बाहर जाऊं तेरे रोके यूं ही क्यों राह में घेरे तेरी गली में चांद को देखे सारा ज़माना.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the groom's parents, Dr. and Mrs. Hanif, accompanied by their daughter, Nareen. Music bajao keh to ye sabse aaj ki party meri taraf se aaj ki party meri taraf se chand ko bolo mukre palak se aaj ki party meri taraf se chand ko bolo mukre palak se aaj ki party meri taraf se Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for the bride's family. Talia!
मैं रंग शरबतों का तू मीठे घाट का पानी मैं रंग शरबतों का तू मीठे घाट का पानी मुझे खुद में खोल दे तो मेरे यार बात बन जानी रंग शरबतों का तू मीठे घाट का पानी मैं रंग शरबतों का तू मीठे घाट का पानी.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have everyone please rise to their feet at this time as we give a huge welcome to the couple of the night, Mr. and Mrs. Hanif. Make some noise.
मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा सो तेरी मैं कसम यही खाऊंगा कीते वादे आनू मरा निभाऊंगा तुझे हर बारी अपना बनाऊंगा मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा.
Wonderful occasion. I can tell you that we are, more than relieved to finally be here tonight because let's just say, even though it was 2 years of planning with COVID, it definitely felt like 10 years. And we can say we all aged. And if anything, I know our Abu Papa Neef is more than happy to stop writing those checks and start making his Amazon purchase again. Right, Abu? So before we begin our wonderful program we have planned for you tonight, we would like to begin with a Quranic recitation by Mr. Shakil Hai. So if you could please join us right now.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa sallam. Ba'da a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. This ayah is the opening ayah from Surah Nisa, the chapter in Quran that's named after the women. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose to describe the creation of humanity in the chapter An-Nisa, the women. There is no chapter in Quran which is called the men. But there is a chapter specifically regarding women. And the opening statement, as I recited earlier, mentions the creation of humanity. O mankind. O mankind, reflect or be mindful of the creation of mankind through a single soul. And from the single soul, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the mate of this soul. And from this combination, He created many men and many women. And through this relationship, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the bond of al-arham, the bond of mercy, and through which we demand our mutual rights, meaning the mercy that we have between people in the dunya today is bound because of this creation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did when He created Adam alayhi salam. Furthermore, fast forward to 2021. Why people get married? And this is a question studied by University of Gothenburg. They did a study of 64,000 women across the world. And they asked question, why do we get married? Or what are the things that invite you to get married? And they chose not physical looks, not financial strength, not education, but the reason they chose to get married is kindness. And guess what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in Quran 19 places the word kindness related to relationship with women. وَعَاشِرُوهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ فَإِنْ كَرَهْتُمُوهُنَّ فَعَسَىٰ أَنْ تَكْرَهُوا شَيْئًا وَيَجْعَلَ اللَّهُ فِيهِ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا. That deal with women or have relationship with women based on kindness. And 19 places in Quran, the word ma'ruf has been used to describe the relationship. Even when people have to separate, the word used for separation is also al-ma'ruf. And the Prophet ﷺ, he was asked why to get married. And then he ﷺ answered 4 things. He said 4 things a man gets married to a woman. Number 1, limaliha, her wealth. Number 2, lihasabiha, her lineage or her family status. Wali jamaliha, or her beauty. Wali diniha, or her religion, or her kindness. So 4 things the Prophet said, and he said, Fadfar bid-deen, that choose the one who has the best deen. And if you look at the study of Gothenburg University, that the 4 things they said, why people get married, and this is 64,000 women across the world, including Asia, Africa, and the United States. And the order is different, but those 4 things are there. And number 1 thing is common, kindness. Furthermore, the success of marriage is dependent on not the marriage, not the wedding, but the upbringing of the boy and the girl. And inshallah, I'm hoping this couple was brought well. Mashallah, the family is mindful of the tarbiyah, the right tarbiyah. So when it comes to marriage, and there are other imams also sitting here. We were sitting in a meeting, and this was discussed there. What is the most common challenge of our community right now? And the most common challenge in our community is family feuds and separations. So how would we stop that? Or what are the things that we can improve our relationships that they don't end up there, is to bring this kindness back and understand your rights. And if you try to make the marriage happen through premarital counseling and stuff, it's already too late. It is how you bring the child up and how you bring both the girl and the boy. As Luqman alayhi salam was mentioned in Quran as the most wise man, or one of the most wise men besides prophets mentioned in the Quran. He gives advice to his son. Ya bunayya aqim as-salam. Oh my son, establish salah. Wa'mur bil ma'ruf wa nahy 'anil munkar wasbir 'ala ma asabak inna asabaka min azmi al-umur. That establish prayer, do the right things, order good, forbid evil, and be patient. And do not be arrogant. Do not be contentious enough that you don't turn your cheek away when you are talking. So those things will matter when it comes to marriage. The success of marriage is based on those things. And inshallah, this is a message for the newlyweds as well as the parents who are here and the family members here. Inshallah, the takeaway is not only for the couple who's getting married, but for all of us, can we improve our marriages? And it starts with myself also. And inshallah, we can work on our marriages. And the most common word, remember, is kindness. And why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose the word kindness, again I'm harping back on that, is you would never be able to equate things when it comes to your husband and wife relationship, because you'll have to rely on kindness, meaning you have to forgive each other. And last but not least, in the same ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that if you dislike something from your spouse, it may be possible that Allah would put khair in something that you dislike. Meaning, in husband and wife relationship, there would be things that you dislike. From day one, the get-go, this expectation of perfection should not be there. You would lack something, she would lack something, but that would be a compliment, because something you think is karaha or is disliked by you, yaj'al Allahu khayran kasira, that Allah would put khayr in that, which you think, which is possible. Sometimes apparently it looks, you have a habit that your spouse doesn't like. But it doesn't mean that it's a bad habit. It's just you don't like. But if both of you were exactly same, maybe this bond is lacking the other dimensions of life that is required to be successful in this life. And the definition of success should not be only financially. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي صَلَاتِهِمْ خَاشِعُونَ. That indeed successful are the believers. And the definition of success is success, inshallah, in this life and in the hereafter. With that, inshallah, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless this marriage. Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك في هذا النكاح. اللهم بارك في هذا النكاح. اللهم بارك في هذا النكاح. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين وجعلنا للمتقين إماما. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you, Mr. Shakil, for that wonderful message and recitation and dua as well. Good evening, everybody. Let me take off my mask. Thank you, Mike, for reminding me. But don't forget about COVID, everyone. All right, so let's go ahead and continue with the program this evening. So first, We're going to go ahead and get a couple of speeches started, and I wanted to say a couple of words to the bride and the groom. For starters, I wanted to congratulate both of them. It's definitely been a wondrous journey, like when they first became engaged and when they first, had their nikah, like pre-COVID or during COVID, and then after COVID, we had their celebrations, and we also had them in Houston as well, with all of Afia's family. And I wanted to welcome Afia's family that traveled all the way to Houston today. So definitely please also give them a round of applause too tonight. Now, a few words for the bride and the groom. Iqtadar, I don't know if you remember the first time that I actually met you, but it was in Gainesville at UF, I remember, and I was very, very excited to meet him because I thought that we would get along pretty well. And when I first met him, we had a very instant connection. I specifically remember, he was sitting in a car, and I was walking towards him, and he immediately got out of the car, and I started running towards him, and he ran towards me, and we had not met each other before, but we immediately embraced each other. It was wonderful, to say the least. And since then, we've actually, had a lot of good times. Our memories have grown, our relationship has grown, and I can definitely say that, I am very blessed to have a brother-in-law as awesome as Iqtadar. A couple of words for Afia. Afia, I wanted to welcome you to the Hanif family. Although I am the first and official in-law of the Hanif family, just wanted to put that out there. No one can take my spot, okay? But I will say that the Hanif family is one of the most wondrous families that you can possibly marry into. I'm sure everyone in this room can agree that Dr. Iqtadar Hanif and Ms. Fawzia Hanif are, or as I like to call them, Amin Abu, they are amazing people. Nermeen as well, and Dadiama as well, and of course Mahi. But everyone in the Hanif clan is wonderful. They have embraced me as an in-law in the most wondrous way. They treat me just like their son, any other person that lives in their home, and I feel so welcomed by them, even till this day. I've been married for 5 years, and just today I felt even more part of the family like any other time. So thank you, and Afia, you have a wonderful time getting here. Lastly, I wanted to give a couple of words of advice to the groom and the bride. So I've had some experience with marriage. I've been married for almost 5 years to this wonderful lady standing next to me. And here's some words of advice that I've found helpful to anyone that is going to be married and is going through a journey of marriage, or if you've been married for however long. No marriage is perfect, and no person is perfect. But instead, you need to accept the flaws, craziness, and weirdness of your partner, because that's what makes your most imperfect partner perfect for you. Thank you. And now I would like to I would like to hand the mic over to Mahi, where she can go ahead and say a couple of words.
Thank you, Kabir, for those kind words about me and my family. All right, so being the eldest sister is honestly the greatest blessing and honor of my life, because I get to play the older sister role along with the second mom role, which I know both Iqtadar and Nermeen get a little tired of, because I always need to ask, did you eat? Did you do this? Iqtadar, what time are you going to work? What time are you coming back? Nermeen, when is your exam? So I can wish her luck and know where she's at all times. And, just watching these two grow into these beautiful human beings, like I said, is the greatest blessing ever. And along with marrying into the Hussein family, I'm the eldest Bobby there. And seeing all those children grow up for the past 5 years has also been the greatest honor. So I'm so proud of you both, and I just wanted to let you know that tonight. But now, I shouldn't get emotional because we're the Balima, we're the Lakwale. So let's move on, because we got a beautiful sister now. So let's move on to the next part of the speech. And I just want to say, Afia, that you look stunning and you have got a gem of a person. Because my brother, as you can see, will go above and beyond for me and my sister, my mom and dad, and my dadi. We're a small family, but we're really close-knit. And we can see how well you fit into our family and how well you complement each other. And like the beer said, I can see the perfectly imperfect balance happening already. And I'm so happy to see that. And you know, Iqtadar, how I feel about you, and we've grown up together. Iqtadar is the middle child, so he's had shared memories with both me and Nermeen. And it goes from riding the bus and watching Power Rangers at 8:30 in the morning to, you know, biting, or should I say ripping my hair off because I broke your Power Ranger toy. But, you know, we got through it. So, and as for some tips, Afia, since you guys have been with God for a year, I'm sure you've noticed the video game fanatic in him. So if you ever need to make those big purchases from Gucci, Versace, YSL, do it when he's playing those video games, because all you have to do is like, with the tongue out, right? So that's the way it goes. And I'm sure you know about his love of ice cream too. So let's keep that in check. I know he's got all the Houston spots down. But I just wanted a warm welcome to the family. Thank you, Nazat Auntie, Arif Uncle, for your hospitality in Houston. It was great, and we're so happy to host you tonight. So cheers to the new couple, Dr. and Dr. Hanif too, inshallah, in 1 year when Afia graduates. Cheers to you guys.
Thank you, Mahi. And now I would like to call up the youngest person of the Hanif family, yet the most poised, and the last single Hanif family member, Miss Nermeen Hanif.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Obviously, I don't need to introduce myself. I'm Nermeen. I'm Iqtadar's younger sister. I wanted to start off today by thanking everyone for coming out tonight. Unfortunately, we are missing our family back home in Pakistan today, but alhamdulillah, we are blessed to have such a big community who is able to celebrate with us on these happy occasions. Iqtadar and Afia, mashallah, you both look amazing. You both make a beautiful couple. I'm so excited to have gained another sister, especially one in the same field as me, optometry. It's been great seeing you both grow together over the past year, and I can't wait to see the life that you both build together, inshallah. Funny story is, I actually met Afia before Iqtadar did. I met her at Apna, I hit it off with her instantly, and I thought she'd be a great fit for Iqtadar, and it turns out I was right, because here we are celebrating them tonight. I love you both so much, and I hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses your marriage with so much love, happiness, success, good health, and many more of His blessings, and may He keep you both the coolness of each other's eyes always. Ameen. Thank you everyone for coming out. I hope you enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you, Nermeen. That was a wonderful speech. You know, Mahim, I had something that I wanted to say. I think in marriage, like, it's pretty common for the guy to lose his bachelor's degree, but it's also very common for the woman to gain a master's degree.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true. So
Mahim is working on her PhD right now.
So get ready, Iqtadar and Afia. All right, so next for our last segment of speeches, we'd like to call up Iqtadar's best friends, Dan, Taha, and Nabil. Please give them a warm round of applause.
Wow, what beautiful speeches you had. It's kind of tough to go right after all that, Iqtadar. For all who don't know me, my name is Dan Pham. You can also call me Don Chi. Woo! Woo! I forgot my 10 rings though, so you have to wait for that. So I knew Iqtadar since high school. I knew I wanted to be his friend when I brought out some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and he wanted to play with me. The most convenient place to play was actually during lectures, AP Chemistry, and somehow we never got caught. I was also his college roommate. We had a lot of firsts during that time. We laughed together, had a lot of good times, cried together, and we saw Drake together. We also took an Uber before Uber was a thing. Yeah, and I'm glad to call him one of my best friends. Let's see, what else did I have written down? So, we also tried something called chillin'. For all of you who have never tried chillin' before, it's a wonderful ice cream place. Iqtadar was completely enthralled with chillin'. He was a man possessed. And that was one of the happiest times I've seen Iqtadar. I mention it because one, chillin' is great, and two, it's the happiest time I've seen him. The same can be said when he met you, Afia. You both complete each other, and I'm glad you both have each other. I'm sure you will both continue to light each other up, just like chillin' lit up Iqtadar as well. He embodies the very best, loyal and loving, shown by his commitment to his family and his commitment to you. However, he's still very much a child, despite his gorgeous beard and his MD degree, but always in the good way. He knows every dessert place in Weston, his hometown, based off a picture of the parking lot. And I'm sure he will bring you to the best food wherever you guys go in life. So I wanted to end this with a quote. Always remember to fight with two words. Yes, dear.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening, everybody. My name's Taha. I've known Iqtadar for almost 16 years, and he was one of my first friends when I moved to Florida, so he'll always have a special place in my heart. One of the best qualities about Iqtadar is that he's super sweet. He's always there for you when you need him. But if there's one thing that you need to know about Iqtadar, is his love for food. I'm sure you've heard it from all the speeches before. So just to give you an example, a couple years ago, Nabil, Iqtadar, and I went to Chicago as like a spring break trip. And most people usually have like a city tour or like parks they want to see, but Iqtadar had a food tour. He had a list of restaurants in any area we could possibly be in, so that if we have time, we can go and visit. So one morning we were free, and Iqtadar said there's this breakfast place near the hotel that I want to try. And so we go, and then we get there, and they say it's a 90-minute to 2-hour wait. So Iqtadar goes, put our name down. And I'm like, what? He's like, wait. Half a mile down, there's a beef brisket place that we can go. Let's walk and have free breakfast and then walk back and have breakfast. And that's exactly what we did. He ate the beef brisket and we ate full breakfast. And then the rest of the day continued as we ate throughout the day because we were Iqtadar. And then at night, we went to an ice cream shop, and everybody said Iqtadar's love for ice cream is bar none. We went inside, all of us got 2 scoops of ice cream, but all of us were, full because we were eating the whole day. But so Nabil and I finished like half, and we can't finish the rest, so we're about to throw it away. Iqtadar looks at us, he's like, "Are you guys gonna throw that away?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "No, give it to me. I'll finish it. We're not wasting ice cream. There will no ice cream is gonna be wasted here." So, but the only reason I brought this up is because I was on a call with Iqtadar recently, and I asked him if he had ice cream in Houston because I want to try the places he goes to, and I know he goes to get dessert fairly often. And he said no, and I said, why? He said, Afia's not in the mood for ice cream, so I don't want ice cream anymore. So Afia, if you're looking for any sort of change in Iqtadar, like after you got married, this is the confirmation you're looking for. But all jokes aside, I wish you guys the happiest of marriages.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening, everyone. My name is Nabil. I am blessed to call myself one of Iqtadar's best friends, and more importantly, his brother. Not actually, but he's my brother. Also my rival. We challenge each other to be better, to reach higher levels of success. We compare and compete in every aspect of our lives, Whether it's fitness, fashion, financials, food, the quality of entertainment we enjoy. We share like brothers. I give him access to my NBA League Pass. He gives me access to Disney Plus. So it's a give-take relationship. It's great. He's one of the few people that I consistently text. For those of you who know me, I don't text at all. My family gives me a lot of crap about that because I'm very poor at texting. But I'll always be talking to Iqtadar. We'll be talking about everything we've talked about from childhood, anime, video games, Marvel movies, the new shows. Thankfully, Iqtadar has recently, in the past couple years, taken up sports as well, so we're not complete nerds. He watches some basketball and football. We're also just very similar in a lot of ways. As I said, similar interests. Growing up, we both had anger management issues. For those of you who remember Iqtadar's birthday parties growing up, Raheel Timur, I see you guys over there, I know you remember that. And one of Iqtadar's favorite memories is a fight I had with one of my cousins, Raheel, when I was 13. We won't get into that one though. Our fashion sense has been pretty contradictory growing up. I think when we were younger, Iqtadar's fashion was purely polos and jeans and slacks, very, nice, sida sada bacha. I, on the other hand, would be wearing the Sean John 2XL shirt that's way too big for me, the shorts that go past, all white. Zara, I know, always calls me out for that outfit. And then even now, you can see you have the classy one over here, Iqtadar, and then, the flashy guy here. So, little bit of contradictions there. Taha did mention something about his wife and how he listens to her. I think growing up, the other difference between us is that Iqtadar was always, like I said, more of a sida sada, goody two-shoes, but anytime he didn't want to hang out with us or he didn't want to sleep over, he would always just blame his ummi. He said, ummi said I can't do that. And, half the time we would find out later, talking to Fauzi auntie, that it wasn't true. He just used her as an excuse. But thankfully, he's grown up a little now. Now when he doesn't want to talk to us, he doesn't want to hang out, he doesn't blame his mom anymore. Now he just blames Afia. So he's changed a little bit, but he's also pretty much exactly the same person. All that being said, Iqtadar is a very loving, caring friend. Referencing that same Chicago trip to Taha, I remember this was right before Iqtadar started residency. I was working, and I was making this late because I had to finish up some meetings, and we had to go to dinner. And as you heard, Iqtadar, needs to have his food. And so, since I was being late, my clothes were unironed, and Iqtadar was like, okay, if we're going to be on time for this, we got to hurry up. And so I was like, all right, Iqtadar, go ahead and iron my clothes, and we'll be on time. And Iqtadar, being the loving, wonderful, caring brother he is, ironed all of my clothes, my shirt, my pants, my underwear, everything. It was amazing. I love it. But like I said, we've grown up, we've come a long way. I'm very happy to be here celebrating both of you. Afia, so happy to have you join our group of family and friends. I'll be honest, when I first found out about you, I was a little bit nervous. Part of it was just the fact that I was going to lose my position as the #1 person in Iqtadar's life. So that's kind of happened, but I like to think of us a little bit as like a 1A, 1B tag team going on here. But it's been amazing to get to know you in the past year and a half. You're extremely kind, gracious, bright, loving. I couldn't have picked a better partner for Iqtadar myself, and believe me, I tried. And as you found out already, I'm pretty much an extension of the Hanif family. Before the beer even joined the picture, I was there. I was the second son of the Hanif family. Dadi Amma's favorite outside of the immediate family. But so unfortunately for you, Afia, that means you're pretty much stuck with me for the rest of your life. But all I can promise is that we'll definitely have a wild ride filled with lots of love, laughter, and absolutely some ice cream. With that being said, I love you both extremely dearly, and I wish you the greatest life together, and I hope to be there for every step of the way.
Iqtadar, they say it's true that all men are born free and equal, but some of them get married.
That's very true. All right. Let's bring up a man who thinks that he is free, but he actually may not be. Dr. Iqtadar Hanif, my Abu, can you come up and say a few words?
Assalamu alaikum. I'll start by calling my better half, my wife Fawzia Hanif, to come and join me. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessing on all of the guests. Good evening. I welcome you all on this blessed and auspicious occasion of Iqtadar Walima, which is a celebration of his wedding. Our beloved son Iqtadar married Afia Ali, and we have added a third daughter to our family. Welcome. I thank you all for being a part of this special occasion. I start by welcoming my dear friend Arif Ali and Nuzhat Ali, the father and mother of Afia. Arif is also my class fellow from Dow Medical College, and I have many friends over here from my class today attending this occasion. I also welcome Afia's Popo, Abida, and Farouk, who came all the way from California. Thank you. I would first thank Allah for blessing me, for making this event possible, and for blessing me with bounties that I could have never imagined. Alhamdulillah. I would start thanking a few people. As you know, this event takes a whole village to put together. I would like to thank and welcome all my friends and relatives who have traveled from all over the country. It takes a village, as you know, to plan this event. I thank Mateen Khan of Mahfil, who catered the food, and Hassan Rai, who from Salsan, who has performed decoration, you see. For my family, I start with my mother, whose du'as are an inspiration for this event. My daughter Maheen and my son-in-law Nadir have been great help. And my youngest and beloved daughter Navneen, who has constantly been coiling herself around her heart, and she still has to achieve that status which she knows what I'm talking about. I love you all. And many, many thanks to my better half, Fawzia, who spent numerous hours in planning this event, sleepless, at times taking the help of sleeping pills. Hopefully this is over tonight. In the end, Iqtadar and Afia, we are so happy for both of you. May Allah bless you both with bliss, happiness, health and prosperity. Ameen. May He bless you both with healthy and righteous progeny. Ameen. May you both be a source of tranquility and sakina for each other. Ameen. May Allah put mawaddata, mercy between two of you. Ameen. Thank you all for attending, and we appreciate it, and hopefully we'll start the food soon. Thank you.
All right, so now I'd like to give the mic to the man of the hour to say a couple of words, the groom himself.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming here tonight. It's a pandemic, and a lot of people have different commitments, but I'm really appreciative that you all could take the time to come out here today. Everyone in this room and everyone who could not attend, you all impacted my life in some way, helped make me the man I am today, and led me to this point where I'm standing next to my beautiful, beloved bride here. So I'd like you to all give a round of applause for yourself. I'd also like to give a special thanks to a couple of people. One, to Afia's family that was able to come from out of town here. You all have contributed and made her the woman she is today, and this has led me to this lovely woman, so I cannot give you all enough thanks for how she's turned out and what makes me love her so much. I'd also like to thank my family that's watching from Pakistan. I know it's across the world, it's a different time zone, and it's a different time of day, but I'm always appreciative that they're able to watch us and share in these happy moments. I'd like to especially thank my own parents, Abu and Ammi. You guys have done so much for me, and I'm about to cry, unfortunately. But I can't even begin to explain what you've done for me and what that means to me, so just thank you. I'd like to thank Maheen, Yarmeen, and Dabir. You guys are my siblings now, and Dabir is the newest addition, but it's felt like you've been here my entire life, so keep on doing what you're doing, and hopefully Yarmeen will share in this special occasion for you, inshallah. And then Dadima as well, Dadima. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया मैं आपसे बहुत प्यार करता हूँ And then finally, last but not least, Afia, you're the light of my life. I wouldn't be anything without you. Every moment, I know sometimes you think I get frustrated and I'm not really paying attention, but every time you're in the room, you take all my breath away, you take all my attention. Even though I can play video games for hours, I'll still be paying attention to you out of the corner of my eye. One ear to you, one ear to the TV, but still, always listening. And inshallah, we'll build a beautiful life together. So thank you everyone for coming out today, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you, Iqtadar, for those beautiful words for all of us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless your marriage and union with peace, love, tranquility, respect, and honor all the time for years to come, inshallah, ameen, summa ameen. And on that, I'm going to have a last little corny tidbit because I know my brother loves them. So, love is one long sweet dream, and marriage is the alarm clock. So I want you to enjoy that because that alarm clock is about to ring tonight at midnight. So with that, please continue your wonderful 4-hour dream a little longer and come on down to your cake so we can do the beautiful cake cutting ceremony.
जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवा न कोई है न कोई था जिंदगी में तुम्हारे सिवा तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवा तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवा चांदनी जब तक रात देता है हर कोई साथ तुम मगर अंधेरों में ना छोड़ना मेरा हाथ हो चांदनी जब तक रात देता है हर कोई साथ तुम मगर अंधेरों में ना छोड़ना मेरा हाथ ना कोई है ना कोई था जिंदगी में तुम्हारे सिवा तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवा
तेरी मैं दर्जा कर
सुन दिया पर सुन